Shit. Okay.
Fuck.
What is going on, guys? Let me know if I'm too loud. I'm gonna lower myself a little. Okay. I think I'm good there, but let me know if I'm too loud, guys. Man, man,
Fuck.
a lot has fucking happened since we all talked, bro, and I mean a lot. Um, the literally the only like thing we have to talk about. The only thing we have to talk about today that happened since the last time we talked is Dynamite. Everything is new. Everything is brand new, and a lot of it's
Mhm.
huge.
Oh yeah.
We got fucking SmackDown to talk about, man. SmackDown. Well, obviously, we're not gonna get into Extreme Rules, but we'll get into what everybody wants to talk about. Uh, Jesus. And then Raw. Raw was really good tonight, man. Raw was a really good episode of Monday Night Raw. Jesus. This man, a lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about. So, without wasting any more time, what is going on, guys? If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how this show works, man. Every Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted. Usually after Monday Night Raw. Sometimes we got to do with the late night Unscripted, so usually an hour apart from our regular time, like tonight. But yes, um, yes. Monday we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and Friday at 4 p.m. Central we are on here with the news. Speaking of this past Friday's edition of the news, if you guys did miss that Extreme Rules review, Extreme Rules predictions, and Andrade and Sammy Guevara getting into yet again, another AEW backstage fight. You guys can all find that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, like I said, 4 p.m. Central, right here on YouTube, man. So with that, um, if you guys have not got a chance to yet get your hands on some of the official Notorious Hills podcast merchandise, this beautiful, beautiful merchandise, you guys can now find all 5 of these designs live on the merch shop right now. That is bonfire.com. The link is at the top of the description of this video, and you can also find it in either mine or Sir K's social media pages on the Notorious Hills podcast Linktree page, man. So, yeah, man, on the top left, you have the Chicago flag design. On the bottom right, you got the Chicago skyline design. Then you got one of the OG designs, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler inspired IWC's best kept secret shirt, man. Then you got the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired shirt. And then in the middle, you have the base Notorious Hills podcast logo design, man. So, like I said, you can find all 5 of these designs live on the merch shop right now. That is bonfire.com. And like I said, link is at the top of the description of this very video. And it is also, like I said, on mine or Sir K's social media pages. It's not that hard to find, man. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Hills Podcast. I'm Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. Ain't It's been normal, bro. It's been normal. I had a pretty good show on Saturday. Other than that, man, I've been hanging out, bro. But usually Durante's here to ask, how's life, how's family. He is not right now, but in spirit, life's good, man. Family's good. What about you? Everybody in chat. What about you, bro? How are you?
Man, um, I'm good. Uh, I'm good for the most part, but Jesus, bro, what a crazy fucking time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, my God. Yeah, what a crazy time to be a wrestling fan, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just wild, bro. Just wild. Yeah, man. Yeah, great show on Saturday. Obviously we didn't go live for it. After what had happened, I wish we did, but you live and you learn, I guess. So we'll learn for next time. But my God, man, that was we'll talk about that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, personally though, I've been good, man. Personally though, I've been good. But yeah,
Definitely.
just crazy time to be a wrestling fan, man. And Durante usually asks, I'm good, man. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? And yeah, man, and everybody else in chat. Thank you guys for showing up, man. So
Definitely.
Jesus, I guess we could start off with AEW, man. We got man, this is another huge talking point of the week, bro. Another huge talking point of the week. We got the AEW Dynamite 3-year anniversary show going on, taking place from Washington D.C., the place where the very first Dynamite happened. Wow. Geez, what a great show. Like, seriously, what a fantastic show that just got stepped on. It literally
Hmm.
just got stepped on because
Backstage
people,
rum.
yeah, because people want to fight. So, man, it really took so much away from the show, and it really was a good show. It really was a very
Hmm.
enjoyable show. Um, very good. As you know, honestly, everybody's been on the WWE hype train, for the past couple months, and that's fine because you could definitely see the upward slope in the product. But man, nobody seems to really be talking about these days, man. How honestly, ever since All Out, Tony Khan may have had, I think, one or two kind of bad weeks, or not bad weeks, but like off
Just
weeks,
lame
kind
ones.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, aside from that, man, he's been putting on really good shows that are going very unheard. They're going very unheard about, man. I mean, yeah. Now, whether that has to do with WWE or just all the other stuff going on in the company, is kind of we don't really know that. But regardless, at the end of the day, man, people are just not talking and forgetting about these shows for whatever reason it is. It could be for both of the reason I just named, but man, at the end of the day, these shows are being not talked about as much as they should be, in my opinion.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. They've been really good.
So, yeah, man, we open this show with MJF versus Wheeler Yuta in the opening match to AEW's 3-year anniversary show. So, yeah, man, this was a really good match. Very enjoyable open. And yeah, I kept seeing a lot of people say this, and it's very true. Like, you'd have to be a fool to think that MJF is a bad wrestler.
Exactly. He's not
After
a
a
fool.
yeah, after a match like this, I mean, he's not Will Ospreay, but he
Oh
doesn't
god.
really have to be. He doesn't
No,
really have to
exactly.
be.
Exactly,
Um,
bro. He's solid in the ring. He's really good. That's all you really need when you're MJF.
definitely, bro. Definitely. Man, another thing. Was it just me, or did that arena look so tiny from the first
Yeah,
Dynamite?
that shit looked real small.
Yeah, it looked so small on camera, man. I mean, man, I mean, I know it was 3 years ago, but shit, I don't remember the first Dynamite being in front of that small of a crowd. And they even
No,
did
you
like the
don't.
shorter stage here, so I don't know what it was, man. I don't know what it was, but man, it looked tiny in there. It really did.
Who knows, man? Maybe not have sold enough tickets or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's definitely possible. Um. Yeah, man. Yes, but regardless, besides the point, this was a very good open. Unfortunately, unfortunately, MJF did tap Wheeler Yuta out. I
Yeah,
know, we know MJF has to win here. Obviously, that's a given, but like, really tapping him out? This motherfucker was, kayfabe trained by William Regal and Brian Danielson, and he's tapping out and John Moxley. I mean,
Yeah, that didn't really make sense.
no, man. I mean, I would, I'm not too big on overusing the passing out element, but I feel like you can excuse that for a group like the Blackpool Combat Club. I
Yeah,
mean, that's kind of what these
kind of
guys
their
are
whole point.
trained to do. They're
Yeah,
trained to endure pain and take pain very well. So, you know, it is what it is. What it is. I didn't really understand it that much though. But regardless, it was a very good match. But Wheeler Yuta did end up getting tapped out, and MJF, man, showing a little bit of lightheartedness. Showing a little bit of lightheartedness after the match. He goes to shake Wheeler Yuta's hand, legitimately
hmm
shake his hand, and Lee Moriarty at the last second uh, blindsides Wheeler Yuta. MJF gets pissed off at Lee and starts pushing him away, and then he turns around and Stokely's handing him the ring. MJF doesn't really want to do it, man. MJF
no,
doesn't really want to do it. He respects Wheeler Yuta. They came up in the business together, so he didn't want to do it, man. He didn't want to do it, and he was pushing him away. He was pushing him away, and it was really well done. I like how they do those moments with Max sometimes, where he like shows like a bit of like lightheartedness. You know what I mean? It's so
exactly,
unlike him, but it's nice to see sometimes. The
exactly.
heart's in
Because
there somewhere.
it makes the character a lot better and a lot more human. Because if he was always full MJF 24/7, that could get old, man. You got to throw some actual,
Some
realness in
curveballs.
there.
Yeah,
Exactly,
got to make him act like a human, like you said.
exactly. He would just act like a character if he always did it.
So so Regal, it's another element I like. So Regal walks down there, puts on a pair of brass knuckles, gets in the
Yeah,
ring with MJF, and MJF just, he kind of, yelled at Regal a little bit, and he walked out of the ring. He walked
yeah,
out of the ring. So it was all good. It was all good, man. And it was a really good open, and I really like how they nailed. I really like how they nailed some of those aspects with making MJF feel human. So it's nice to see sometimes. It's nice to see.
exactly, man. Exactly. Can't be that character 24/7. And I really like when when he shows, human being. I like
Hmm.
it a lot.
And he picks the perfect times, and he does it
He
so
does.
well.
He genuinely does it really well. Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
100%. Um, Yeah, they did a backstage interview after this with the JAS, and man, as
Good
soon as
lord.
Mr. Guevara popped his head into Q, as soon as Mr. Guevara popped his head into Q, ooh,
That
that
was
crowd
bad.
was not having it, bro. That
Mhm.
crowd was not having it. Then we got second match on the show was a very solid match between Darby and Jay Lethal. Darby did his little like I don't know what he calls it. That like sharpshooter roll up thing, the thing he beat
Yeah.
Malachi Black with at All Out. I don't really know what the hell that's called. He did that to Jay Lethal. He beat him. He beat him, and as Jay Lethal was going to walk back to Satnam and Sanjay, Darby put his hand out. Jay went to walk away. Darby got in front of Jay and was like, "No, no, no." He was telling him, "You don't need them." So Jay's getting pissed off. So Darby pushes Jay and he shakes his hand. And Jay Lethal was just getting more pissed off. And he shakes Darby Allin's hand, gets out of the ring, and fucking walks right past Sanjay and Satnam. So, my God, please, please, dear God, end that. Jay
Please.
Lethal is way too damn good to be in WWE mid card purgatory in AEW. I
Exactly,
mean,
bro.
good lord,
Exactly.
that is the most WWE mid card act I've ever seen, ever.
Oh, it really is, man. It really is. It's so bad. I hope they end it.
That is, I think I said this last Monday. When I see those three, it is literally AEW's version of like Titus Catering or
Oh,
just
100%.
like the Social Outcasts, like just these fucking mid card groups that just scream mid card.
No point to them.
Um, yeah, they have. So they played a video package for the Embassy, I think they're called. Um, some Nigerian guy is managing Brian Cage. Uh,
Kind of
he was,
weird.
yeah, he's like he's singing his little jingles, and fucking Brian Cage, his fucking dork ass, is
Happy
sitting there
ass.
nodding his head and shit. I'm like,
Goofy ass.
I don't know. The presentation didn't really look
That,
all that great
that's
to
not
me,
look
bro.
bad.
Yeah, it looked kind of weird to me, but yeah, I was like, oh, is this who they replaced Tully with? But man, to you know, put this for the side of the second, Brian Cage is back on
Yeah.
Dynamite. I know he did a battle royal not too long ago,
Yeah.
but wow, he's back.
Look at that.
Never thought I'd fucking see him. Now
Loves
I
his wife
wonder,
off Twitter. He's good.
yeah, I wonder what like necessarily took so long. I wonder what took so long. I don't know if it was like cuz they weren't using him, but then they picked up his option, but then they wanted to use him for ROH. Like, what took so long? Like, was somebody not apologizing, or was there not an open line of like, what the hell happened there? Why did it take this long?
Well, his whole problem that his wife was complaining about that they had nothing to do with him on TV. They definitely weren't going to have anything to do with him on TV anytime soon leading
Right,
up to this.
right.
So I piss him off even more. Just let him go do other stuff in the meantime. The only way I can think about doing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. They could have. Yeah, I mean, they could have because Tony Khan probably knew like, all right, well, if you're unhappy with your position, I don't really have any plans for you in the immediate future, so I
Mm-hmm.
guess just keep you home. I don't know how happy that made him, but uh, I, I, I don't know. That situation was that was a weird one, man. That was a weird situation. Um, yeah, yeah. So Brian Cage and Wardlow. This was a great standoff. One of AEW's kind of original big men versus
Mm-hmm.
AEW's new big man. So yeah, bro. This match here was match of the night for me. This was very good. I enjoyed
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
Brian Cage. Brian Cage is fantastic. Who did we say? Oh, the Firm. The Firm. The
Firm would have
Firm
been really good.
could have really been good for Brian Cage, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, man, in some aspects, I really wish they would have kept Brian Cage and Taz together. I thought that was
I,
just beautiful.
they really should have, bro. I don't know why they split that group up.
Hmm. It sucks, man. It really sucks. That was such a gold mine, bro. That was
Oh,
such a gold
yeah.
mine. I mean, you know, a guy like Ricky Starks, or a guy like Brian Cage, like they still could have been in the group and done great single stuff. Like you don't have to break them up to do single stuff. Um, Coming from a company who like almost refuses to break anybody up, they
Mhm.
just have them awkwardly separate. Um,
Exactly.
it was kind of weird that they split up Team Taz instead of just kind of had them go their
Stay
separate
together.
ways for a little bit. You know?
Yeah. Don't make sense, bro. They really don't.
Yeah, but kind of sucks. Kind of sucks, man. But regardless, Wardlow picks up the victory against Brian Cage. So no more fucking embassy jingles where he's fucking snapping his fingers and he's nodding his head like a fucking dork.
That shit was real
Um,
weird.
I was watching that promo. I'm like,
The fuck is going on?
These two, like the what is the gates of anarchy or the gates of agony, I think that
I
the team
think
is.
I'm paying attention.
Those guys and Brian Cage looked like they had no fucking idea what was going on. It was very awkward, man. It was very awkward. I think you could have got somebody a little better to fit that role, but
Oh,
that fits the talent involved. So Wardlow beats Brian Cage with 3 power bombs. And he beats Brian Cage with 3 power bombs. And afterwards, he's celebrating, and the gates of agony come out, and they start jumping Wardlow, and Brian Cage gets up and joins, and then Samoa Joe comes out to put War Joe back together. So
yeah,
that looks like it's going to keep being a thing. And after that, they they were still outnumbered. So then FTR comes out. I guess Tony Khan took their advice after all. Book us, brother. Damn. He booked them all right. He booked them in this segment. They came out, chased off this embassy, and then the Gates of Agony got on the apron and stood face to face with FTR. Wow, that's man, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy, bro? With FTR, where we were in the beginning of the year, where everybody was like, man, they're having a career year, and now we like hardly see them.
That's so weird, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
No, I mean, Jesus, bro. I mean, I understand you had the emergence, the unexpected, probably to Tony, definitely unexpected to TK, emergence of the Acclaimed. But I mean, man, you can still do something with You can still do something with FTR. Like they're not they're not a piece of junk now. You know what I mean?
Why are you making a tag team of Wardlow when you have FTR? Don't make sense.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So faces just being nice to each other, man, and connecting. So
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, you hate to see it at that point. I'm
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
honest. You hate
Boring
to see
as hell.
this. Yeah, I mean, especially when Wardlow just put on a banger of a singles match like that
Yeah.
with Brian Cage. Cut the shit, man. Cut the shit, please.
He's TNT champion, bro. Act like it.
Exactly. This was a problem me and you have told people for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
We have told people this shit for the longest, bro. Next we get this this woman's charity match. Yeah, we get this women's charity match, man, where Saraya, has joined AEW to make sure that we get multi-women matches, so everybody gets a piece of the pie, man.
Look at that. He's the
Yeah.
old fucking WWE route.
I was just gonna say, these are contributions that need to take place backstage.
Exactly.
Like, it's not an on-screen thing that needs to happen. Like, if I'm Saraya, and I, prove my case in this company, I mean, not to say that she needs to necessarily prove anything, but just kind of, just kind of earn her stripes in the company. Then you start, hey, let's get Athena in some singles matches. Like, do you think I can face Willow? How about we do fucking Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter in a singles match this week? Like,
Shit
when
like that.
yeah, when you show it to me on screen, it looks kind of how WWE tried to do it a couple years ago. They try to like tell you they're having a revolution. Hey, we're having this revolution, guys, so be excited. And it's like,
You don't tell it, you just do it.
exactly. So we got this women's charity match here. I'm coining that phrase. That's what we're gonna start calling these because I don't think this is the last one we're gonna see.
Oh, God,
Um,
no.
so we got Jamie Pog Hader in there with Penelope Ford and Serena Deeb versus Tony Storm, Willow, and Athena.
Mm-hmm.
And Britt is in one corner and Soraya is in the other. So yeah, the women's charity match. Uh, it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
From what I can remember. From what I can remember, it was a pretty solid 6-woman tag. In the end, Willow did end up pinning Penelope, I think. And yeah, she did, and secure the victory for Team Soraya. As we get just the beautiful moment with the women where they're all hugging, and they all just love each other because they're all getting this TV time together. So
I hate it.
dude, that's literally like that is how it looks, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so corny.
Oh, we're getting TV time. Thank God.
Oh, we're all together and we're all women and we're all in a match. Let's all hug. Like, bro, Tony Storm is the champion. I don't give a
Why are you
fuck.
hugging people?
Like, why are you hugging the champion? Shouldn't
Like,
you
fuck 'em.
be like, especially if I'm Willow and I just picked up the fucking victory for the team? Why am I hugging the champion? Exactly.
No, I'm staring a hole in your ass.
So, so Britt jumps in the ring after the match, and she, like, in the middle of them hugging, she's like breaking up the group hug, and she starts yelling at all of them, and her and Soraya start punching each other. After I think Britt Baker did something. It was on this show. She did like a video package where she was telling the world that like Soraya's not cleared to wrestle, and
Yeah.
she's telling it to us because she's a doctor, even though she's a dentist. But besides the point, she's telling us that she's a doctor and she's here to tell everybody that Soraya isn't cleared, and Soraya starts throwing punches, man, and she yeah, she's not going to ever compete in AEW, and Soraya starts throwing punches and throwing out super kicks, and it looked pretty bad. I hope we get some of this ring rust off, if I'm being 100% honest.
So rusty as hell.
After this, we got Private Party being talked to by Andrade's MMA corner for the fight that took place earlier in the day. Roosh and Jose, and they're telling them, look, man, we know you guys were talking to Matt Hardy under your deal. And he who shall not be named still owns the rights to you. We can't talk about him because we had a fucking another boxing match here, but he owns you, basically.
Yep.
And yeah, they pretty much just smartened him up, man. They let him know that we know you were contract tampering, pretty much.
I think they said contract tampering too.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
So it's fun jokes, man. But
it is, and WWE even had a couple tonight. In the fucking beginning of the show, Triple H tells DX, "Hey, don't no fighting." As they went backstage. So I mean, it's fun jabs, bro. But they also did another kind of funny little jab. It wasn't a jab, but it was just kind of like a funny little innuendo Corey Graves did to
oh yeah,
who we're going to talk about next. The DX member who was not there tonight, Daddy Ass. Bro, when Road Dogg was doing his introduction, and he said the outlaw, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, and then he put the mic to the crowd to do Billy's part.
That was awesome.
And they did. They say badass Billy Gunn. I was really hoping the crowd would have said daddy ass Billy Gunn.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I thought that would have went hard, bro. But no, they said
it's
badass Billy
WWE
Gunn.
fans.
Yeah, they
Those
probably hate the
losers.
Acclaimed. But
Oh,
yeah, there was a sign in the crowd. You know that Drake meme where he's like covering up, like, you know, where he's
yeah,
like
I know.
looking
Yeah,
away. There was a sign and it was DX and it had Drake doing this and then the Acclaimed with the scissors and he's pointing at it. So
real shit.
they had a scissoring section and
Dope.
yeah, Max Caster had a pretty good rap. It was about he dropped a hard ass bar in there about them doing it by themselves because they're homegrown or
Hell
something like
yeah,
that.
that's just awesome.
These guys are so fucking over. It is
Mm-hmm.
not even funny. And dude, it is so happy to see. It is so happy to see, man. Yeah, being a really big fan of these guys since the inception of them, it is so fucking nice to see them work. They're literally crawl their way up the entire company. It is fantastic. And judging off this promo alone, I hope Tony Khan sees why it's good to give people a live promo in the ring. Live.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Please,
has to,
do those.
like, you don't have to do nothing crazy every time. You don't have to have somebody come out there and interrupt them and have a brawl break out and have faction warfare going on. But like,
Just give
if
people
you
time.
just if you just take the time, like those backstage interviews, if you just take the time to let people who are over or who are trying to get over
Mm-hmm.
go out there for 5 fucking minutes and just bask in that moment in front of a live crowd. It's like it does wonders for an act, and you can see it
Mm-hmm.
here. You can literally see it here, man. So these guys are out there talking about National Scissoring Day. They're talking about National Scissoring Day, and it was a funny segment, bro. It was a really
Oh
funny
yeah.
segment. It was definitely my favorite part of the show. I thought this was just like that their energy matched with the crowds. It was
Which is
magic,
fun.
bro. It was
Exactly.
magic. Um, which is one thing that like WWE does very well. Um, they always like, and I wish they would have did this for the Acclaimed a little sooner. But National Scissoring Day was also the perfect day to do it.
Oh,
So,
bro, perfect.
but usually in WWE, when somebody wins a championship, they're given a live mic on that
Yeah.
next show. And if you are, over, those are usually really cool promos. Like
Awesome, bro.
uh, I can think of Bray's from 2017 after the Elimination Chamber. Um, I mean, just I mean, there's so many I'm probably forgetting. But man, I believe Bobby Roode had a really nice one after he won the NXT title. I mean, like, that's just one thing I really, really enjoy from WWE's production is when somebody wins a championship, the next show they're usually given a live mic, and those
Exactly.
moments can be really cool. And this was a really cool moment. And like I said, I hope this lets Tony Khan know
To
that,
do this for.
yeah, I mean, backstage video segments aren't always it, man. I mean,
No,
give people live mics, bro.
that's how you
Um,
get the crowd's attention. That's why MJF worked.
exactly, exactly. That's yeah, and that's a perfect example. How fucking over would MJF have got if he was just always being a dick in backstage segments?
Oh,
Like,
he was just been a guy.
no, like he needs to get out there. He needs to fuck with the live crowd. He needs to be MJF, man. But
Exactly.
Daddy Ass gets on the mic, and you can tell he's having so much fun
Oh,
as well.
he's have a blast.
Yeah. Um, he says that this isn't Swerve's house. This is Daddy's house. This is Daddy Ass's house. Apparently, a lot of people own this house. I don't know if this is a halfway house or what kind of fucking house this is, bro.
They're all
This is
split, right?
Honestly, bro, this is Soraya says this is my house. Britt Baker told her that it wasn't her house, it was Britt's house. This is Swerve's house. This is Daddy Ass's house. Whose fucking house is it, man? Like I said, I'm starting to think this is either an apartment complex or this is a fucking halfway house, bruh. They gotta be
Fucking
out by like
duplex
10
or
a.m.
something. Exactly,
Seriously.
bro. They live in a duplex out there. The hell? They got 2 roommates each.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, man. That's all I'm saying. Um, but yeah, man. Max got on. Max, fucking Jesus. I got the live replay up, and I'm at the part where Billy just hops out of the fucking ring and just starts scissoring people in the front row.
Just working out.
So Max tells them, in a time and place where the world can be where the world can seem so divided, he wants everybody to look to their neighbor, and scissor them, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like I think they do something in church. Excuse me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. I'm not. My church knowledge is not all the way up, but they do something in church where you like look next to everybody around you and you just go
Uh-huh.
around shaking hands.
Yeah, they do that because we did it for my cousin, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what they did. I don't know what the fuck was going on, bro. I'm lucky my family was next to me. I would have been doing it to random ass people.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
was weird. I was not prepared for that
Yeah.
event.
I man, I think the one time I had to do it, bro, I was young. I was young. I was very young. So I probably had to be maybe like 8 or 9. And I remember I went one time. I can't remember what the hell we went for. We didn't really go all the time. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I was we never like went to like church like every Sunday or anything like that. But I remember I went one time. I think I went with I think I was hanging out with one of my childhood buddies, and his parents took him. So I think I was staying the weekend by his house, and I went too. And I remember just fucking shaking everybody's fucking hand. And I remember there was like this part of the, and I looked at him and I'm like, what do we? I was like, what do we do? He's like, just shake people's hands. I was like, whose? And he's like, everybody. I was like, okay. So anyway, besides the point,
Triple H.
a little sub story. Seriously, I'm fucking everybody's all elite. So yeah, I'm sitting there shaking hands like I'm fucking signing free agents or some shit. And regardless, little sub story, but that's besides the point. So Max Caster wants everybody to look to their neighbor and scissor them. And they're just panning all around the crowd and everybody's scissoring, and they say it's time for the triple scissor. Billy Gunn actually gave them a huge scissor, like a huge
Yeah,
scissor, like
big
a
pair
key
of
to the
scissors.
city type
Yeah.
gift. So yeah, so they're all about to do the triple scissor, and Swerve Strickland comes out, man. Swerve comes out, gets booed because everybody wanted them to scissor, um, and he starts talking about Billy, and he tells the Acclaim, you guys need to give those championships to him, because without him, you guys wouldn't be champions. So
Well,
yeah, he challenges good old Daddy Ass to a match in Toronto next week, and yeah.
yeah, man. That'll be fun, man. No Keith Lee again. I like how they do that. Those
Mm-hmm.
segments. It's a really smart play. And they're always fun, man. And they need to do shit like that more. Just people going out to talk. It's nice when we get it, man.
It really is. It really is. 90% of the time, we got fucking Tony Schiavone standing there like a fucking asshole, or what's her face?
Well,
Morrissey's girlfriend,
yeah,
Lexi, I think her name is. They're standing there, and these two guys are just standing in the backstage in front of the AEW TV screen, and they're just arguing. So that's what we see most of the time. But Swerve pulls out a rock, and he says, "Hey, Rock always wins anyway, Smart Mark Sterling comes out with paper, and I believe Billy hit
Beat
him.
him up or something. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
and then
beat him up.
they did scissor me timbers to him. So
The
yeah,
fuck,
man.
man.
Yeah. So that was that segment, and it was an awesome segment, man. It was an awesome segment. It really was. It really
Oh yeah,
was.
bro. We need that more.
100%. 100%. We got Hangman versus Roosh. And yeah, Hangman ended up picking up the victory.
Good
Hangman ended
match.
up picking up the victory here. And yes, it was a very, very good match. It was a very good
Oh
match.
yeah.
And Moxley came out and he cut a promo on Hangman. I can't remember what he said, but he said something. Um,
He said something about how he's like been waiting. It's been, you know, 3 years building up to this and shit.
mhm.
It was along those lines.
Yeah, it was. Regardless, it was really good. Regardless, it was real. It was a really good promo, man. And I am excited for these guys' world championship match. I really am.
Hell yeah, bro. It's gonna be really dope.
You think they're gonna put the title back on Hangman?
I don't I don't see it, man. I don't. I
Yeah,
think the next one to hold that thing is MJF. I could be wrong, but
definitely,
that's what I think.
definitely. It's kind of interesting because like if you put the title on Hangman, is that Tony Khan saying like at
Oh,
least
what you
like
doing?
trying to erase the CM Punk history? You know, like
Yeah.
putting. Well, I know I don't think Tony Khan would be blatant enough to do that, but like in other words, kind of like yeah, like we should have never took this off. You had Double or Nothing for
Yeah.
CM Punk because you know those reigns combined lasted 6 days. So and but I can also just see Mox holding it. Mox and MJF kind of have a story, but
Yeah.
MJF and Hangman kind of have that story too. So this is what I like about AEW, man. They put together these matches that it
You could
realistically could
do
go either way
exactly. That's what I always like, man. Yeah, I could see it going either way.
because you know let's not forget, man. When Hangman was world champ, a lot of people wanted to see Hangman
MJF
drop it to MJF.
yeah.
So
So we could be getting that again. Who knows?
yeah, man. Yeah, and for fuck's sake, man, maybe this motherfucker John Moxley just wants to go on goddamn vacation.
I'm telling
So
you, bro, this man's still stuck at work.
yeah, yeah, we got some news on him for Friday, man. Some good news for this
Some
company.
great news.
Um, Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus faces Fuego del Sol. He he well rather squashes Fuego del Sol. He
Oh
squashes
yeah.
him. Jungle Boy comes out there, chases Christian and Luchasaurus off, and he Jungle Boy, who they are calling Jungle Boy as a nickname,
Yeah. He's Jack
cause
Perry now. Thank
love it,
God.
love
Love
it.
it. Waiting
Um,
for it, and it's finally here.
yes, sir. Um, yeah, like you said, kind of like how Ric Flair was always Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the Nature
Hmm.
Boy. You
Yep.
know, he's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, man. So it is
Sorry.
yeah, it is really really nice to see. Jungle Boy told him, you know, you were my best friend in the entire world and you broke my heart, but now I got to break you pretty much. So you name the time, name the place. Christian said, "We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it here. We're going to do it in my home country, or actually, no, I think Toronto
Yes, I
is his home city, man. So he said, yeah, we're gonna do it in Toronto, my backyard next week, man. So
Hell yeah.
very very cool to see, man, and I am very excited for them to go to Toronto, man. That is a great
That's gonna be
crowd that they've never been to.
exactly. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be real awesome.
Definitely. Ty J A S had a backstage interview, of course they did, with
Yeah,
Sky Blue and Madison Rain, and they told, the reason I had to bring this up, otherwise I would have never brought this shit up. Um, they told Sky Blue and Madison Rain to work on their looks like them, and Sky Blue told them, okay, we'll work on our looks if you work on your wrestling.
Damn.
Damn.
She ain't wrong.
That shit was goated.
Goddamn.
She's
I'm
not.
telling you, bruh. The fuck, man. I don't know how they made it and Jay one of the most insufferable people on the roster. They really did that shit like it was nothing.
She's gonna choke everyone out, man.
I could choke the life out of me. Goddamn, I'd rather have that watch her.
I agree. I agree. So yes, that genuinely made me LOL. But as we get to the main event, Chris Jericho comes out, man, and does probably the most unenthusiastic Jericho entrance I've ever seen.
Ever. Bro, just walked there.
Bro, he walks out first, and Sammy Guevara just walks out like a cocky little prick, chewing his bubble gum, not giving a fuck.
Not giving a shit, man. His ass should have been at home.
He really should have, bro. He really should have. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if somebody's going to bat for him. I don't know if maybe it's. I don't know if maybe it's Chris. I don't know. I don't know who's going to bat for him, or it could very well be Tony Khan. We know Tony
It
Khan
was at
likes
his
Sammy,
wedding.
so
So, I can see it, bro. I can really see it. He
yeah,
doesn't want to
man.
quit.
Yeah, I mean it's like Jesus, bro. I don't I don't know if it also could have been a little bit of Chris Jericho saying, you know what, we're not redoing this match. If Sammy
Exactly.
really didn't hit Andrade, but like we talked about on Friday, at the end of the day, he said what he said on social media. And if none of that was said, and like I said, Sammy told Andrade in person, I don't have a problem with you. So why wasn't Sammy Guevara's tweet, no heat? No heat, man. There's no heat between us. Nothing.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So he had to call him a little bitch, a favor hire. Andrade's a favor hire, then if Andrade's a favor hire, then what are you? Because you are
Literally.
here because you are friends with the boss, my friend.
That's the only reason he's still here, bruh.
So, I mean, yeah. Don't even give me none of that bullshit. So, I don't know if it was them maybe saying like, yeah, it's not gonna look good if another one of our stories that we're trying to tell is not. It's kind of we have to change Sammy out, and then it ruins the dynamic of like student and teacher vibes. But
Yeah.
I don't know what they did. I don't know who made that decision, but it was the wrong decision, bro. Because this crowd was not having it. You
God,
still
no.
suck. Fuck you, Sammy. Idolo chants. I mean,
They were going off on this man.
yeah.
He had a chance.
But regardless, they oh yeah, that was another thing during this show. They could not stop repeating themselves, calling this the what the hell were they calling it? They were calling it the extended 3-year anniversary Dynamite show, and it was only extended 15 minutes.
Literally, they acting like they got a whole another hour.
So Jericho put Danielson through a table on the outside as Garcia had Sammy in the sharpshooter, where he was wrenching on his back, and it looked like Guevara was about to tap, and Jericho hit Garcia with the title, and Sammy Guevara not only had a major play in a fight that happened earlier in that day. He, bruh, he gets the pin against Daniel Garcia in the Dynamite 3-year anniversary show.
Extended.
Yeah. That. Bro. What'd you think when this happened, man?
Oh, that was some bullshit, bro. They should have stayed eating. Should have sent him home, bro. It's as simple as that, bro. You can't go out there and show that disrespect like that. Now you're
No.
really making him dry and not want to stay. So when he doesn't, that's on them.
Exactly.
It's just on them, bro. You can't. Hell no. Especially like he was acting. Get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This guy is absolutely hated. And it is getting to the point where it is go away heat. I think a lot of people would take Baron Corbin over Sammy Guevara at the moment. Um,
Telling you.
and it's just it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, you clearly don't give a fuck about this company. You give a
No.
fuck about you, and you don't want to be talked down to, even though Andrade simply told a story. And
That's all it is.
Andrade gave good examples.
Yeah.
If a guy like Miz, if a guy like Miz, not to even mention Sheamus, likes a hard-hitting aspect of wrestling, shut
Anybody
up.
can. Bro, it's the Miz. His pussy
Bruh.
ass. Anybody can.
The Miz is probably fucking top 5 safest workers I've ever seen in my entire life. The
I've
guy
never
doesn't.
seen
The,
him do
bro,
nothing.
honestly,
Bro does like the most basic wrestling moves in the world. Like, you know when you create a character in 2K, those moves? That's what he got.
yeah, your
That's what
default
it is.
move set.
Like, he don't do nothing. And he's still willing to take that shit. And if you aren't, goddamn right, you ain't built for this then.
I mean, come on, bro. He simply told the story. You're the one that went out there calling him a little bitch, and
Yeah.
Andrade did not under any circumstances during that interview call Sammy Guevara a bitch
No.
or a fucking favor hire or tell him he needs to go fuck off. I mean, he didn't say nothing like that, bro. He simply told a story about an incident that he had, and that warranted you to say all that bullshit. So I would have sent him home. I get what they were trying to do. I get they were trying to capitalize on the moment, get him a pinfall, draw him more heat than he's probably ever had in
Yeah.
the company. I get
But
that.
it's
I
gonna
get it.
wait.
But
He should
it,
know that.
yes, but that's the problem here. This is more than just regular we hate Sammy heat. No,
Yeah,
nobody
exactly.
hates him because he's with the hot girl. I could give a fuck and a half who he's with. The guy fucking sucks. He is the real definition of a spot monkey.
Oh,
He has no connection whatsoever to the audience. He's who come on, man. I mean, we talked about all this on Friday, bro. But like, the dude just sucks, and he
mhm.
was. And if he didn't throw the first punch, he had a huge point. He had a huge play in why that fight all happened to begin with. So if I'm Tony
Exactly.
Khan, you gotta send him home.
You gotta. You should have.
You gotta send him home. And if you really wanted him for that main event, you have him do the main event. Don't have him do too much. Change the ending to where Jericho gets the pin, and
Send
you,
his ass to the
uh,
back.
and you send him home for next week. So, I mean, Jesus, bro, Jesus.
Don't make sense, man. They're just asking for drama, handling it like that.
Yeah, definitely, man. The Rampage rundown real quick. The BCC won their trios match. I can't remember who they faced. Um, Death Triangle. Death Triangle beat the Dark Order And this was supposed to be Ten's match against Andrade on the anniversary of Brody Lee's death. And that's another thing. Y'all are going to get into a fight the same day you're supposed to tape a match in Brody Lee's memory?
Literally,
What the fuck
bro.
is wrong with you people, man?
That shit don't make sense, bro. Plus, man, they lost again, Dark Order. They've been talking themselves about losing everything. I think they might break them up. I think
I
it's
ain't mad
finally
at it.
gonna happen. I hope so, man. I really hope so.
Break them up, bring Stu Grayson back, and then just have him and Evil Uno be a tag team, bruh.
Please. Please. I'm begging you, bro.
Ty J A.S. defeats Sky Blue and Madison Rain. I really couldn't give a fuck. Yeah, and then Battle of the Belts. Pac retained against Trent. Jade Cargill beat Willow. And FTR beat the Gates of Agony.
Oh,
So yeah, man, that was the week for
shit.
AEW. Solid week, very good week, but it was just overruled by other bullshit.
Yep. Backstage bullshit. Overruled greatness on TV. I hate it. I hate that shit.
That makes two of us, man. SmackDown. SmackDown, man. Just really two things for SmackDown that stand out. In the middle of the show, we got a backstage cameraman hauling his ass through the backstage area, and he runs up to a beaten and battered Marseille and
Oh,
Mansois and Maxine. You know they're actually called Maxine's male models now?
oh, dead. Bruh.
Instead of Maximum, because there's no Max in the group
Yeah.
anymore.
But
So
Maxine, she's technically Max.
that's true. That's true,
That
man.
still don't
But
make sense.
yeah, Maxine's male models.
Wait for you. God damn.
Um, so they, I actually think that was what they were supposed to call it when they were gonna kick him out eventually.
Yeah.
I believe, but Triple H actually did open the show, which was nice to see the man live in the flesh.
Okay.
So, yeah, man. Maxine just yells, "Stop, Max!" And he just absolutely, "Do not call me that." He said, he said, "I tried to give you guys the world, and you turned it into a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And you think I'm just gonna sit around and be somebody I'm not? Nah. Who I am, what I am, L.A. Knight."
Hey.
It was so, it was so sick hearing him do the nah. I was like, man, I miss this fucking guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, and him doing it L.A. Knight. Yeah, it's sick, bro. It is sick. It is lovely, absolutely lovely to have him back. It really is.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
He's back, man, and he's gonna have his first match this week against Mansois.
Man, it's wow. God damn.
Um,
Good man. I can't wait. I can't wait to
I'm
get
ex-
LA Knight back in full force.
Yes, bro. I am so excited. I am so excited. Just off that little backstage segment, man. I was like, dude, this is sick already. This is genuinely sick already, man. And the other thing I want to talk about, Shit Road. They're out in the ring. What's up?
Go ahead.
They're out in the ring. They're out in the ring, and they are dancing. They're sitting in the ring doing their hand symbol and they're fucking moving all around. And they just get jumped, man. They get jumped by 3 luchadors in luchador masks. And man.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We brought to you guys Friday that they could be called up as soon as Friday on SmackDown. Bruh.
That shit happened, bruh.
Hit Row gets jumped. And everybody was saying, "Oh well, why did they attack Hit Row for? Hit Row didn't do anything." You idiots do know. Triple H is a man of making things make sense a lot of the time. For any of you guys that don't remember, and I do not blame you if you didn't watch NXT in that era, who was Hit Row's final NXT feud before they got called up to the main roster with Swerve? Legado del Fantasma. So it makes sense why they attacked them. They have a history with them, and it is wonderful to see. Now I want to see. Now one day we're gonna see Legado probably pass down the favor to the D'Angelo family, man. So yeah, it's good to see. Good to see. So these guys get jumped. These guys get jumped by these luchadors, and B-Fab's just standing there like an idiot. And she turns around to a incredibly sloppy top rope Hurricane Rana by not Elektra Lopez, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega. She gets on the mic and she says, "Zelina Vega is back, and I did not come alone." She hands the mic to El Jefe, the fucking king, the boss, Santos. She hands the mic to him, and he says, "We are Legado del Fantasma, and we are here." And then he says, "Be safe," and he winks. Bro.
That shit was heat. Oh,
that
Vega
was sick. Legado's on the main roster. My only problem here is, for everybody saying they pulled Elektra because she's green, Zelina Vega's not really the best professional wrestler.
Dude, she sucks. Vega sucks in the ring, bro.
Look at that Hurricane Rana, bruh. What on God's green earth was that?
Like, bro, as a wrestler, she sucks. But as a manager, she's amazing. Some people just ain't meant to be in the ring, bro. She one of them.
And I don't know why everybody's asking. I don't know why everybody's acting like this whole group has to wrestle. Like, no, just let the guys wrestle. Just let the guys wrestle and have the female presence for the mic.
Yeah.
Elektra Lopez needed to stay in the group, especially. I don't care if it's a month. I don't care if it's 6 months. You know you're getting Andrade Almas, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know you are. And if this guy's trying to get fired in full force, you probably will get him back sooner rather than later. So, what are you going to do when Almas makes his way back to the company?
Like, just have him there by himself? Gotta know. Me talk, he's not bad, but it's perfect by not putting back the Vega.
Because I would like to see it. I talked about this on Friday. I would like to see Andrade come in and put himself with Los Lotharios.
Yeah, that could be real fun.
Yeah. And then easily right there, you have a rival for Legado del Fantasma. So, I don't know, man. I'm not really rocking with it. I mean, I don't hate it. I love Zelina Vega. I just think if you are going to get Andrade back, but then I guess there's the other side of the coin where, what if Tony Khan just doesn't let him go? What if he just doesn't let him go for another 5 years and you got Vega, doing nothing? But regardless, I'm not really going to bitch about it too much now because realistically you don't know You don't have a date
Well,
when
this
you're
is
getting
going.
Almas back.
Yeah.
So, in the end, I want to see Vega turn on these guys and be with Andrade, and I want to see
Hmm.
the re-emergence of Elektra Lopez back to this group eventually.
Please.
It's what needs to happen. They built these guys up so hard, and we built these guys up so hard in NXT as Familia,
Hmm.
and
Can't just
he's
switch
just
it out.
exactly, exactly. It doesn't really it doesn't really look that good,
Yeah.
man. So
Plus, the way they got called up in NXT, this motherfucker pulled up in the whip next to him, talking about, "You thought what did he say? Like, he thought I was
did you
leaving
think
you
I was
here?"
gonna leave you guys behind?
And he left her behind, apparently. Picked up
Yeah,
fucking Vega
what'd
along
you
the way.
seriously, like what'd you do? Drive around the fucking building and drop her off at the employee door? Like where the hell did you bring Elektra Lopez? Did you fucking leave her at a pit stop on the way to wherever the hell this SmackDown was taking place from? Forget
Literally,
her at the
bro.
fucking gas station? I mean, what the fuck?
Don't make sense, bro. That shit was real stupid.
Um yeah, man, and the one thing on Extreme Rules, we'll go over it vaguely because I want to really dive into it Friday. But
Hmm.
man,
Let's get it, bro. Let's go.
I'm trying to think of a good question to ask you, bro. Thoughts on the final presentation?
Really good, man. Really good. I loved it. I love the music. I miss it. I love the look. I love fucking the guy. Dude, yeah, that shit was awesome, man. I loved every minute of it. And it was worth the wait, man. It was worth the wait, man. I
Yes.
can't wait to see this man actually, get his feet wet again.
Did you see they dropped the shirt
They did. And a hoodie. I'm
and a
thinking about
hoodie?
getting a hoodie. But I don't know how expensive their hoodies are.
50. But they're
Ah,
doing like 30% off site wide now, so you could yeah.
yeah, buy all this shit though. And like, I don't fucking know. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
possibility.
Um yeah. Yeah, bro. So my second question for you. I know this is tough. Who had the better return? Whose return was more epic? Cody Rhodes or Bray Wyatt?
Listen, Cody's was awesome. Cody's was more shocking. To be at the time, for like a week straight, I didn't believe it. You know what I mean? It was very surreal. But
Me and you didn't believe it watching the shit.
exactly, I was like, man, this shit ain't real. But with Wyatt, that you felt that shit, man. That shit was heat, and it felt so like something more. To be honest, like Cody's great. He's Cody. He's top
Yeah.
tier. But that Wyatt return just felt like something more, some elevated above Cody and a lot of these other returns. Like that really was on that Punk level, bruh. That shit really was, man. Not only is the moment great when you're looking towards the future, it's one of those, man. And not to say you didn't do that with Cody, but I think personally I did a little more with Wyatt. What about you?
Been thinking about this question all weekend.
More
I
of a Wyatt
think
guy.
I think in the aspect of shock factor,
Oh, Cody. That
I would
motherfucker
say
Cody.
Cody, but who had the more epic return? Bray. I mean that presentation, bro, like holy shit, they nailed it, bro. They
Mm-hmm.
nailed that fucking presentation. And then, bro, man, we'll get to WWE in a minute because I got a serious bone to pick with them after tonight.
Oh,
Um,
that's fucked.
bro, nailed it from everything, from
Mm-hmm.
the way from the way the puppets were standing to their mannerisms, like how Huskus was like all sad, and the rabbit was fucking terrifying, and Mercy was just creepy, and fucking the way the guy, whoever was dressed up as the Fiend, was like moving his head around as the camera panned to him.
Mhm.
Like literally every little detail was nailed to a T. Not to mention the little backstage thing we got with the fun house and all the puppets being dead. I mean, nailed it.
No,
Absolutely nailed it. But wow, bro. Just wow. Absolutely absolutely incredible. Yeah, but that was my thoughts on the presentation. We'll go into detail on
mhm.
Friday, man. But my God, I
Yeah.
mean, they nailed the fuck out of that, man. They nailed the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, man. I miss Bray, man. Happy to get him back. This shit's dope, bro. This shit's dope. I can't wait. And we gotta wait longer now.
Yeah, so that was that.
That fucking show.
Yeah,
SmackDown. Oh, I don't want to watch SmackDown, bro. Now they making me watch this shit.
I swear,
Oh, they're a
bro.
bunch of cocksuckers, bro. I swear
I,
to God.
I swear. Yeah, man. WWE, bro.
They've been trying to
W.
push SmackDown so hard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they had a.
They
Well,
kind of mid, I'm
I mean,
sorry.
like it does suck because I've gotten into a groove of like not even like caring to watch SmackDown live and just kind of skipping through half of it afterwards.
Mhm.
Because half of it is just skippable. But they're getting to a point where like they almost make you watch it. But like I
Yeah, it's
get
a
it because like SmackDown
thing.
was like fucking SmackDown was
Holiness.
dead. Like I'd rather have it be good than dead, obviously. But I got to
Yeah,
get back in my groove, man. I guess because
I ain't ready for that, bro. I ain't trying to lie. It's too much, bro. That's the thing.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
man. Plus, like, I don't know, man. Like, I basically until the draft happens, I don't think there technically is a brand split right now. They're kind of just doing anything. Just, just you can slide a couple people over to Raw or from Raw to SmackDown. Please put Bray on Raw, please. That's the one I mainly watch.
Bray just doesn't fit on SmackDown, bro.
Not in its current state, bruh. It's just not in its current state, bruh.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
There's more storytelling happening on Raw, man.
Yeah,
Like SmackDown got Sami Zayn, and that's about it. That's all they
yeah,
got.
definitely. Yeah. Not to mention just sort of the aspect of I kind of just miss SmackDown on Tuesdays.
Dude, same. I think Tuesdays is a way better day for SmackDown. I
Yeah.
prefer Tuesdays over Fridays 100%.
I mean, when you're a kid, Friday's awesome. When you're
But
a
as an
kid,
adult,
Friday's awesome. But as an adult, Friday's
just
kind
put
of
that shit on
there's always
Tuesday.
just something going on a Friday.
Yeah, Fridays are fucking busy, man. This Friday is busy. Like, bro, it was way better on Tuesdays.
I agree. I agree. 100%. 100%, man. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. Obviously, if you're Triple H, you don't want SmackDown as bad as it was under Vince because that shit, the show literally could have been canceled and nobody would have noticed.
I know I wouldn't have.
Fuck no, I wouldn't have either. But man, it can be quite a bit. But it can be quite a bit. But yeah. So uh, Raw Raw opens up, man. Yeah, and then and I mean, WWE with these pay per views getting good too, man. I mean, shit, they ooh, they're really forcing my hand here. Um,
Yeah.
but Raw opens up. Raw opens up with DX and they're telling Triple H is trying to tell them that they can't talk about their genitalia, and they're just making DX jokes,
Yeah.
and Triple H goes, or Shawn Michaels goes, "Oh my God, there's 4 cocks," and they look over and there's like those little squeaky chicken toys,
Yeah.
and Triple H picks it up and who put these cocks here? And Shawn Michaels says, "Oh boys, we better get out of here. I think he's trying to choke the chicken." And Triple H gets pissed, throws the thing at the ground, and then you just hear it squeak or do its little noise. And then Triple H was just looking pissed off. He was trying to tell them he's got a show to run. And as they're leaving, he says, "All right, guys, no fighting back there," as they went to the backstage area. Damn.
Bruh. They start scrapping, bruh. Goddamn.
I think before the show actually went on the air, I think Mustafa Ali said that he wanted a shot at the U.S. title again.
Something like that, yeah.
He said he wanted a shot at the U.S. title. The Bloodline opens the show on the season premiere. Roman Reigns on Raw. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, isn't it wild to see Roman Reigns, like, if you're like a hardcore wrestling fan, to kind of see Roman Reigns' name kind of have some company next to it with some of these bigger stars, you know? Because now it's like, because WWE was at a point, they had him, Seth, maybe Bobby Lashley, if WWE wanted it, you know what I mean? But now, bro, you got Bray, you got Gargano, you got fucking, you got AJ now, who's a faction leader. You have Finn, who's got a little bit more seriousness to him. Bobby Lashley's about to gain a whole lot more. I can't wait to tell you about this backstage promo this motherfucker cut. We came a long way.
Hell yeah, bro.
He's not lonely on the top anymore, man.
No,
You're starting to see bigger names. Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross. I mean, all these guys are being booked solid, bro. So
it's getting that AEW Cody treatment where people coming in and they're getting bigger than him, bro. At least in fans' eyes.
Definitely.
To me, at least. Definitely.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I mean, yeah, man. I think Roman's great. I like Roman. I really do. But man, it is nice to see. It is nice to see, bro. It is.
Exactly.
So he opens the show. They're cutting a promo, and Roman says the loudest one in a group, they always say, is the fool. So he says, "Jay, are you a fool?" And Jay's just like looking at him like, "What?" And Sammy grabs the mic and he says, "Yo, dog, as the honorary Uce, you told me on Friday that Jay was my problem. So can I handle this?" So Roman says, yeah, go ahead, handle it. Ever since Sammy's joined the group, Roman has like this cool factor to him where he's like so friendly and cool to Sami Zayn. It's getting him more over. Not that he wasn't already over, but like it's getting him more over.
Exactly.
And it is wild to see, man. It is wild to see.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, him and Sami Zayn have a really good chemistry, and it is really getting Roman Reigns way, way more over than he already was to me. And I love to see it, man.
Because Roman's being nice to him, but we all know why he's being nice to him. Just to fuck with him in the future.
Yeah.
But he actually comes off genuine when he says it, man, which is awesome. But you know it ain't. It's fun, man. That's some fun shit. That's the type of Roman I want to see the whole damn time.
Yes, bro.
That's how I want him to treat his family. Like, love him, but like low key didn't give a fuck about him. Like low key. Like that shit would have been heat. But it was just You're my bitch. Every week.
Yeah, and what I like that's gonna come out of this Sami Zayn story is like, I feel
He's
like
gonna
we're
get
gonna see
exposed.
Roman take these guys for granted, but then when
Hmm.
Sammy turns on them and things start blowing up, he's going to acknowledge them,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be sick, bro. It's gonna be sick, and he's going to acknowledge the fact that they pretty much got him through this whole title reign, and
Hmm.
then he's gonna, and then I think if they want him to be a babyface, we can transition into a babyface Roman Reigns that is cool and doesn't
Yeah.
bury people, and he's not
Exactly.
insufferable.
Like he can be babyface again, I think, because he's cool now. It just gotta be yeah, I'm a badass, but this is my family. I love them. I'm gonna do what I can with them.
Yeah. So he tells Sammy, he says, "All right, man, go ahead, go ahead." And Sammy says, he says, "Yo, Jay, you know," he says, "me and Roman were having a conversation. It was a very deep-hearted conversation we were having, and we were talking about a lot of things. We were talking about the future of the bloodline and what this means, and where we see the family going, and we had a really good conversation." And Roman's sitting there shaking his head. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, we did,
Yeah, they
we did,
did.
we had a good conversation." So Sammy, Sammy's like, and he says, "Look at Jimmy." He says, "Look at Jimmy. Everybody loves Jimmy. Look at that smile. He's just a nice guy. He's cool." And he goes over to Solo Sikoa. He says, "Look at Solo Sikoa. He doesn't really smile much, but he's built like a brick house. He's a cool guy." And he says, "What I'm getting at, Jay, is we're all cool. And then there's you." He's, he said
Look,
he said
it's-
he said, and pretty much all we're asking, Jay, is we need you to be cool like the rest of us. Do you think you could be cool?" And Jay's looking at him, and Jay grabs the mic, and he says to Jimmy, he says, "Are you guys serious? Are you guys ribbing me right now?" He was he was like, "You guys are supposed to be my family." So Sammy goes, "Okay, Jay, so I guess what I'm really trying to tell you is," and then Matt Riddle comes out, asks Roman for a title shot. Roman says no. Uh, Sammy tells him to leave, and Riddle's like, "Oh, okay. Well, how about one of you guys fight me then?" And Jey Uso pretty much just offers up Sami Zayn's services. He's like, "Yeah, Sammy, you're supposed to be the honorary Uso, right? You got this." So Sammy, kind of feels pressured. He's like, "Yeah, I do got this." He's like, "Yeah, me and you tonight." So they were going. Jay said something like, "You're supposed to be the honorary Uso," and Sammy went, "Yee," and then Jay said "Yee," and then Riddle
oh,
went, and then Riddle goes "Yee," and then Sammy was like, "No, no, no, you have to be an Uso to say Yee." He said that's the family thing. He said we can all say it, and he's going down the list. He's like, he could say it, he could say it, he could say it, he could say it. He gets to Paul Heyman, and he goes, he can say it. And then
man.
they were. It is so nice to see with Sami Zayn in the ring how much more fun these guys have when they're cutting a promo.
Oh, they're
It
having
is
so much fun now.
seriously, and they're all like Roman's laughing, Jimmy's laughing, Solo Sikoa and Jay are trying to look serious as shit.
Oh, they're trying so hard.
Paul Heyman's giving knuckles to Jimmy Uso because they're fucking making fun of his ass, and yeah, and that was and then Sammy goes, "Everybody here could say it. You can't say it." He said, "I don't ever want to hear you say ye again." So Riddle grabs the mic and he goes, "Ye." So it was a really fun opening segment, man. It really was. I'm loving
Oh,
this shit, man. I'm loving this shit. Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa, and even this storyline with Jey Uso, and seeing how much cooler Roman Reigns comes off is really doing it for me. I can't lie.
exactly, bro. He's acting cool again, man. I like how they're acknowledging how fucking weird Jey Uso is. I
I
like how
love
they're
it.
finally acknowledging him, which are like, he's like has so much energy. He is like a little fucking pit bull,
He is.
a little scrappy dude. Like, calm down. I like how they're trying to tell him that. I really like that, man. I really like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is it's awesome. It's awesome. It really
Truly.
is. Johnny Gargano defeats Austin Theory. Very good match. Second match on the show. So it was a solid Raw match. Nothing really to it, man. He just won.
Nice,
So
man. Good to see it.
Ray was having a match against Chad Gable. Judgment Day came out and watched from ringside. Ray still did end up picking up the victory against Gable, and he still ended up picking up the victory against Gable. And in the end, Dominic just started whipping his ass. He slapped Ray, told him to hit him. Ray was crying.
Oh my God.
Ray was crying, and they started whooping his ass, man. They started whooping his ass, and Ray tried to fight off the Judgment Day, but Dominic hit him. And he put him. He put him on the rope, and Rhea Ripley was holding his arms down on the rope, and the whole time you could just hear Ray going, ah, 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 no,
Voice, man.
no.
Is he talk like that?
Dominic 619s him, and yeah, they beat the shit out of Ray. And then after the commercial break, Ray was sitting on the apron as Dominic's in the ring, and they got this really good visual of Dominic just standing there like a prick, and Ray sitting on the apron fucking crying. I will say, Dominic Mysterio, under no circumstances, is my favorite, but they're doing a really good job at making people just want to see him get the life beat out of him.
They are, bro. They are. They're just setting that man up for death, and it's hilarious, bro. Like Logan said in the comments, I can't wait till Ray to beat his son.
I cannot, bro.
That
I
pop is
can.
gonna be beautiful.
That dude, it really is, and like they're really
He
like
about the son.
like
About his son.
like I'm genuinely happy for Ray because this is going to be something so cool on his career that is enjoyable for us fans to watch, especially after Sunday. Like the amount of heat that the Judgment Day got and the amount of fire they have coming in behind them to this episode of Raw, it makes me happy for this fucking group, man, because they went from literally like 3 weeks ago being a fucking group of just fucking weird people to actually having some intensity behind them, and it's beautiful to see. And like I said, Dominic ain't my favorite, but in terms of being a heat magnet, he's doing a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, bro. Because he sucks, and people know he sucks, and they want to see him get his ass beat, so they have him constantly fucking get one ups. So when it finally comes crashing down on its ass, it's gonna be fun as hell. I cannot wait for Ray to beat the fuck out of him.
Bro, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, I wonder what's gonna make Ray do it.
They might bring out his wife, and he might do something to his mom. You know what I mean? I can see that being the breaking point, or his sister, or something.
Ray really about to bring back Aaliyah's boyfriend, Buddy Murphy.
Damn, he's your brother-in-law.
Bro about to sick the House of Black on the knockoff House of Black.
I'm telling you, bro. That's funny too, because fucking he's dating Rhea Ripley, and he would be in the opposing group.
Oh yeah. This is my real son, bro. Buddy. This is my buddy.
Fuck.
His name's Buddy.
He's my buddy.
Dude, they're doing a great job, man. They're doing a great job at this motherfucker just whooping his dad's ass. And one day Ray is going to beat the shit out of his kid, man.
I can't wait for him to do that.
It's great. It's great. I can't wait.
Probably had to drop a bombshell.
You know how wild that is? You know how wild it is for Dominic, bro, his character on TV is to beat the shit out of his old ass dad every week. That's wild, bro.
I'm just telling people, oh, what do you do for a living? Beat up my dad.
Well, the
Oh,
past couple of weeks, I've been beating the shit out of my dad every Monday. So,
oh.
this is awesome. This is awesome. I like I said, in no way is Dominic my favorite, but he's. I gotta give the kid props, man.
Yeah.
He is doing a great job right now, and so is the group.
Mm-hmm. Like Dominic can turn around the fact that he sucks into a positive thing where people don't like him. They know he sucks. Just have him do shit on the regular. Have people
Mm-hmm.
not like it. Have someone beat his ass for it. Perfect. Yeah, that's the perfect type of jobber. Which it's fucked up to say, kind of, but it really is. It's a perfect type of like genuine, have fun feud guy. Dominic.
Yeah,
He sucks. We want to see him get his ass beat. So you make him win so he can get his ass beat. Perfect cycle.
absolutely,
'Cause he ain't getting better
absolutely.
anytime soon in that ring. That man is pure dick in the fucking ring.
Yeah, I mean, the man's could barely hit the fucking ropes, man. I mean, oh, good lord. So the production was really weird. They go from like beating Ray up, and then they go to commercial, and then they're just standing in the ring with like all their purple lighting, and the other side is playing. So
The
I don't
fuck?
know, like, I don't know how that looked to the live crowd. I can imagine it looked way worse to
Goofies.
them.
Oh, yeah.
So Finn said, by the way, Rhea was wearing a armband that says Beth, like she died. Um, so um, that was a pretty cool touch. But uh, she or sorry, so the Judgment Day are standing in the ring and they're cutting a promo about how Finn was just talking about how he never quits and he's going around the ring asking all of that. This part kind of did make them look like a fucking band of weirdos, but he's like going around the ring asking asking all of his stable mates what Edge said on Saturday, and they're all saying I quit. So AJ or Finn says, "Okay, let's turn our attention to um, something that we haven't in a second." AJ Styles, he talked about how, the door is always open, and before he could even say much, AJ comes out. AJ comes out and he says, Finn. He says, Finn, I seen the light, Finn. I need family, Finn. And he says, and at the end of the day, there's no one more family. And Finn thinks he's talking about him. So he's like, and I guess you could say I'm my brother's keeper. And Finn's like, yes, I knew you'd come around. I knew you'd come around. So AJ gets onto one knee. Finn grabs him up. He hugs him. He says, AJ, I knew you'd come around. And they're hugging, and Finn's just got the mic to his mouth while he's hugging AJ. So he's saying, AJ, I knew you'd come around. I knew you'd come around. And you get this really cool shot of AJ hugging Finn, but in the background you could see the Tron.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ says, hey, Finn, I wasn't talking about you. And then you just see Gallows and Anderson's Trons pop up, and you just see, and it pans to Finn's face, and his eyes are
It's just,
so big. He's like, what the fuck? So Corey Graves is like, oh my god, it's the OC, the original club. And I'm like, the only club, the only community.
That
The
matters.
original community.
Original
Bro.
community, brother. Here, those two fucking assholes. Those two idiots.
Somebody said something to me. I can't remember who it was. Somebody said something to me about AJ going back to his like lone wolf gimmick from like Impact, where he was like by himself.
That should have been dope. I've been down for that, man. But whatever keeps these two idiots out of AEW, beautiful to me, man.
Because they
Beautiful.
look badass as fuck here.
They actually work here. You can't take them seriously. With the AEW talent pool, you can't take them too seriously.
No.
But in the WWE talent pool, in their tag team
Division.
talent pool currently, you can see them as a legitimate team. So
Mm-hmm.
you fit better there. They're more tamed. Um, bro, you see what I saying in the group chat about these two idiots?
Which one?
Twitter.
I'm on it.
Yeah, man. I'll just say it because, man, there was an episode of they didn't say whether it was Dynamite or Rampage. I'm guessing Rampage, but it was a taped episode of this, television, and they had to like erase 50% of their match because they were like doing like jerk off motions and fucking doing their little like garbage
Oh
fucking
my
frat
god.
boy shtick. Literally, apparently they had to cut like most of that match, bro. They need a company like this.
Which match was this?
Oh, they didn't say it. They just said one of the matches they had to cut
Oh
down
my
tremendously.
god, bro. That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, yeah. Because Gallows and Anderson kept doing jacking off and pot stuff, and like they had to like edit the whole damn match off basically, which is fucked. These two suck backstage and on
Yeah.
TV, but they're in a
And
place where they're tamed. Like sometimes the method of we're telling you what to do works for some people. That's why I
yes.
like AEW. For when it doesn't work for you, you go there unless, you're a woman. That's not Britt Baker or not Sammy Guevara, but besides the point, that's more your style. But if you're
Yeah.
of the I'm kind of a dumbass and my ideas suck type of person,
Like them.
Gallows and Anderson, that company's perfect for you.
That's wild, bro. That's probably why we didn't really see that much of them
No, yeah, they probably got
after a
tired of
point.
having to do that shit. Cause
Yeah, I
bro, they
mean,
were real bad.
oh, they were fucking jackasses. And here, they look like badasses, bro.
Yeah,
They came, they stood behind AJ Styles, and they kicked ass, bro. As they should. The
they
fucking
weren't fucking,
OC is back. And
they
that's
weren't tweaking out or nothing. They were just doing cool shit. Only club that matters. Only community. This
right.
is the only
Right.
community that matters.
This
Those
is the
two,
only
those
community
three.
I want to see, man.
Exactly, bro.
Well,
Only
there's
community.
one other community. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is the community we're talking about. AJ's the leader of it. So,
Fucking AJ, man. Damn, that's crazy.
it is, bro. It is wild, man. It is really wild. It is really wild. Yeah, bro. Um, so yeah, Gallows and Anderson, we have said this for the longest time, are the two guys that absolutely need to have their hands held so they
Mm-hmm.
don't act like fucking children. And this was epic. This was epic. No, I'm not gonna use that word. That word is reserved for
No,
two people.
yeah,
This was awesome.
this
This
was
was
this was
awesome.
fun. It was
Bray
cool.
Wyatt was Bray Wyatt was epic. Bray Wyatt was epic, bro. This wasn't epic, but this was damn cool to see. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh yeah.
hey, I I will be fine till the end of time if I get to hear an AJ Styles promo every week.
Exactly, bro.
I'm not
This will get him
talking
on
about you, fan.
TV. As long as this gets him on TV, which it will, I'm fine with it, bro. I love it. And man, I saw this AEW fan on Twitter. You know that little meme of fucking Wolverine like holding the image like he misses it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
He did
Sour
that
Boy.
shit. Yeah, that
I seen
fucking
that.
tweet, bro.
I
Stop the
seen that.
cap. That was some
You
of
ain't
the
gonna miss.
worst
That
BTE
was,
I've ever seen.
bro.
They
It,
ruined that era of BTE.
they ruined the fuck out of it.
That
And
shit
literally every
garbage.
time they weren't on BTE,
It was
Kenny and the
heat.
Bucks were always just saying stupid shit, and it was
Just
funny.
being funny.
I will
Those
never forget that fucking week, bro, where Kenny Omega, 75% of his motherfucking rosters from WWE, None of them can do shit. And fucking Matt and Nick are sitting there like hysterically
Just
laughing, and Kenny's just so in the moment. He's not breaking character whatsoever. It was great.
love it. Classic. And then you have
Yeah,
fucking Sour Boy over there.
but
Oh,
whenever, yeah, bro, but whenever those two were on BTE, it was uh,
jerking off this.
squeezing a jerk or jerking the chicken or bro.
It's like, dude, nah. Which I hope Triple H doesn't let them do, man. I really hope
No,
not.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will, but he was kind of making dick jokes with his friends himself, so
Yeah, but
mm,
that was like DX's thing back in the day.
yeah,
So for old time's sake, like that, DX
that's
always
true.
kind of made them jokes.
That's true. Yeah, but it'll be cool again here because they won't be allowed to have the funny. They can't be themselves here, and that's a very good thing because they
Yes,
suck. But
they
great to
do.
see them, bro. Great to
Yes.
see them. I love that theme song. I miss that shit. I hope they don't change it, which I think might.
The OC song?
Oh, they didn't come out to their
No, they didn't
Tennessee.
come out to Omen in the
Oh,
Sky.
damn. Never mind then. Never mind. That
Yeah,
sucks. I
cause
miss that theme.
yeah, I do too. I was bro, that would have been sick. Cause when they hit the OC song, it was like dan and I can't remember
Uh,
the start to it, but I was waiting to hear like dan.
that shit was heat, bro. That song was fire. They need to bring that shit back. That would make them cool again.
Yeah.
And bro, bro, Twitter's a funny place, man. Those people no, they need to go in the psych ward, bro. So apparently, Carl Anderson is still the never open weight
Never
champion,
openly. Yep.
whatever the fuck it's called. And New Japan just retweeted the tweet of them returning. And I saw this fucking tweet, no lie. It was the picture of them retweeting tweet and said, well, I guess New Japan and WWE are working together now. Like, bro, it's a
What?
retweet. How special needs are you, bro?
And besides, these people do know when Nakamura debuted in WWE, he was the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, right?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Like, people are champions other places, but what do? They either drop them, vacate them. They ain't
Exactly.
wrestling over there. They, I
Exactly.
can see Triple H having them go drop it, but he ain't staying over there.
No.
But that's, bro, you can't. Those are the two most largest schedules. You can't do those two at the same time. The thing is about like the whether people would want it or not, Forbidden Door between WWE and New Japan could never work. Both of those schedules are too big to be able to make that possible. That would kill that individual that does that. You would be wrestling 24/7. That shit would. Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Uh, I'm trying to think how they did the AEW one. Were those guys showing? How does New Japan tape? Do they tape weeks? Or
I think it's live because I follow them on. I just happen to be subscribed to them on YouTube, and like every day of their weekly show, I don't even remember what day it is, no cap, but they do their little post, show or segment or match, little interviews. Like, then that shit's it it's alive right after their match. So I
mm-hmm.
think they go live. And dude, their schedule is, to be honest, worse at times than WWE's. So
Yeah.
that shit you can't do both at the same time. Imagine, especially during like what the fuck is the climax G1?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
go nowhere
forget
else.
about that. No, fuck that.
Dude, you gotta wrestle for like 3 weeks straight in this shit.
Uh huh.
Fuck that shit.
Uh. Yeah, I could definitely see problems with the scheduling of it.
You gotta be a dog to work that fucking schedule, man. I
Yeah,
know I couldn't.
yeah,
That
I
shit.
could. There would definitely be problems with scheduling, but I do think whether it happens or not, I think Triple H will be a little more susceptible to doing
Yeah.
something because he's done it before with like
Hmm.
Liger, but like I don't see them doing like a whole show. At least not now.
No.
I see Triple H kind of just picking one of their guys to go over, and maybe he sends a guy in return. Like
Yeah.
if he sends Anderson over there to drop the title, I could see maybe him asking for like a New Japan guy to come work like
Just
a
do a match.
pay-per-view match or something, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that man Triple H wouldn't even let the Evolve title. Remember when the Street Profits won the Evolve titles? I wanted to see them on NXT with those so bad. They never
Mhm.
did it, and they own that fucking company. They
Yeah.
have another company's titles on that show.
And
Hell,
like for example, like Will Ospreay didn't even like a lot of the time he was in AEW. Even when he was U.S. champ, I think Juice still technically held it because he never technically lost it. So like,
yeah,
Will Ospreay came out with the Rev Pro title. Like that has
yeah.
nothing to do with New Japan. Like I don't know, WWE. I don't think WWE would let them.
Show
I mean,
me.
maybe if they were doing like a joint pay per view, they would let all these
Yeah, if
guys
it was
come out
like
with their
official,
belts. Mm-hmm.
but like those one-offs, they would never,
No,
ever. They they did it when Mickey James came out. She didn't come out with the title, did she? They just
she
said she
did.
was the champion. Okay, she did.
She threw
Because
it on the fucking floor like it was a fucking worn T-shirt.
exactly, bro. It's Impact. They ain't nobody sweating about Impact, bro. So they don't care. But with the New Japan, you kind of can't. Plus, some fans will just point out, I saw that title on Dynamite. So they won't want
Yeah,
those comparisons.
yeah.
So yeah, man, people are freaking out that they retweeted a tweet. Twitter's a place, man. That shit, yeah, it makes you fucking rub your head, man.
It really does, man. I mean, it really does. I mean, people. I don't know. People. Yeah, wrestling fans. They like to jump the gun on a lot of things. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would. I would love to see that happen. I would
Yeah,
absolutely love to see that happen. But just because of the simple fact that Anderson is showing up, I mean WWE's done it before. Like a lot of fans, and I mean I know they're excited. I know they're excited, but man, I mean, do a
I
little
don't
bit of
even think
thinking,
he's
man, before you get your excitement up.
exactly. I don't even think he's contracted with New Japan still.
No, I don't think he is either.
Like, bro, they're just having him hold the title till he can lose it. He ain't
Yeah,
about to be champ for once in this company.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what?
they probably just had him hold a title because I mean he is a big name. He's an OG member of the Bullet Club. They like him.
Exactly. Of course they're going. And man, I saw this other post too. It was so funny. Gallows and Anderson got no shame, bro. They got no loyalty. They
Oh,
they
I see
they
that.
fucking kick it with the elite, the original Bullet Club, the OC,
The
fucking
Cutthroat Bullet
Finn.
Club.
Like, bro, they ain't got no loyalty,
They
and
do
the Young
not.
Bucks proved it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we
definitely, man.
got you. Resigns.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, I get you're excited. I get you're excited if you're a WWE fan, but let's not act like these were the same people that said, "Oh, AEW working with New Japan, that's not going to work. That's a really niche audience." Let's not act like
Exactly.
those are the same
They're
people,
hype
man.
now.
Now you're exactly, exactly. So I mean, come on. Oh no, nobody's gonna. This show's gonna be a failure, and it was a huge success. So, I mean, I get being excited. I'd be excited. I was excited for the
Yeah.
AEW one too, so I could talk. So, I mean, let's not act like you were the same people in 2020 when they teased working together. Were like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, and then AEW Forbidden Door got announced, and you were like, "Oh, this is a very niche audience. No, this doesn't appeal worldwide." And now you're on the hype train again. Shut the fuck up. The same thing happened with Nakamura. Let's wait and see what happens. Because if anybody were to make it happen, it's Triple H. But let's not get our fucking hopes up, man. I mean, the guy's fucking 3 months into his creative head position. So let's pump the brakes a little bit and let's see what he can do with this roster first before,
Exactly.
and let's see how well he can perform and do with this roster because there's a lot of great. we mention all the names coming in, and we mention the roster depth and all this shit. There's a lot of shit he still has to fix. These Vince McMahon mistakes are, some of them can take months, years to fix. These run deep. Let's see what he can do with this roster first before we even contemplate doing a show with New Japan. Isn't going to be awesome if it happens? You're fucking right it's going to be, especially with the roster the way it is now. It's going to be awesome. Are we there yet? No. Is the show perfect? No. Do we still got a lot of fucking work to do on a lot of these people? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So let's work on that first, man. Which brings me to our next topic. Actually, we never really were done with this. So, Gallows and Anderson get in the ring, and they just beat the shit out of the Judgment Day, man. It was really cool. Not you,
Judgment Day has a foil, which is nice, man. You fan? Wonder if they're gonna get a chick for Judgment for OC, or just like someone they could just have just to counter Rhea Ripley. I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna grab someone just to counter her ass.
Kind of like how the UE got like Ty Conti.
Yeah.
To, like, fight off Sanity.
They just paid him or some shit. No, I think they'll probably. As a singles, I think Ray will probably make some enemy on the show, quote unquote, and they'll help the only community, the original community.
You can get Wendy, man, AJ's wife.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if you get though. Fucking who's on Raw? I didn't pay attention.
You could bring back Nikki Cross. Could do
babyface. Good question. That's the thing. So I was gonna say like maybe you could grab someone from like Bailey's group, but like they're heels, so that really wouldn't work.
I mean, Rhea does have some enemies, but I don't really think I'd want to see any of those enemies be involved with this, because we all know who I'm fucking talking about. I am here with the original community.
The only community that matters.
What up, Fedna? What up? Where you been, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, it was badass. I'm fucking excited to see these guys back, man. I never, ever thought I would ever say that, but here we are. Awesome. Mm-hmm. I hated these guys in AEW. They were a bunch of fucking big children on TV. But here we are, man. That's a great thing to see.
Okay.
All right, man. Now, on to my point. People that we need to fix. Damage Control. Byron Saxton absolutely killed it tonight. Absolutely killed it tonight in his new role. He did a backstage with Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley was fucking going off on Brock. And the look on Byron's fucking face, man. His eyes were all big, and he looked like Bobby Lashley was about to deck him. He looked that scared, bro.
I love it. I love Byron. He's so goofy.
So he conducts this backstage interview with Bayley and Damage Control, and he says, Bayley, you know, is this loss affecting the group? I'll answer that question, Byron. Yes, the fuck it is. What is the title of last week's Unscripted, bro?
Literally.
Come on. Yes, it does. Title. Bayley did not say a fucking word throughout this whole segment. Instead, Dakota Kai says, hold on, let me answer this. If it wasn't for Bayley, I would still be at rock bottom, because she's seen something in me that nobody else did. So she said, does this mess with the group? She said no. She said because no matter what, they don't know how dangerous and truly what we're capable of. Well, why the fuck not? You've been here since SummerSlam. So,
yeah, exactly. You ain't do shit.
So, yeah, so that was that. And then Bayley proceeds to go and lose to Candice LeRae in the next segment. So,
dude, why are they booking them like that?
But Judgment Day, not fucking Judgment Day. Damage Control, sorry. Candice won, I think, via roll-up. Candice won via roll-up, and Damage Control started to jump her. Bianca came out and they beat up Bianca as well. So that was that, I guess. Yeah, that was
bro.
that was that, man. That was that.
Right,
And
speaking of the women, there's this other fucking tweet. So Naomi was in the city that Raw was in, and
mhm.
people were freaking out because of it. But like, bruh, her husband's there. Of course she's in the same city. You fucking nerds.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
are, oh, she's returning tonight. What? Bro,
Exactly.
her fucking weird ass husband's there.
No, her husband's Jimmy, not Jay.
Mhm. I'm fucking retarded, bruh. He
Yeah,
is.
no, you're good.
Goddamn. He's the cool one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm fuck. It's been a day, bruh.
It's all good, man. Fucking Jay. Are you a fool, Jay? Damn.
You fool.
Uh, yeah, so that was that, bro. Stop it. Just
Just
stop it,
stop,
bro.
bruh.
Why
Please.
is Bailey losing? Another question I have. This just randomly hit my mind. Where the fuck has Kevin Owens been?
Oh yeah. Huh, that is true. Where the fuck has he been?
I'm a
Another
little upset.
question
Hmm?
about the women. What happened to the women's tag titles? Are they back yet? Didn't they make them? Who's
Damage
champion?
Control has him.
God, it does not feel like it.
Oh, I know they lose all the time.
They, dude, bro, they don't even have tag team matches for them that I know that I think about.
Yeah,
You know what
they
I mean?
just they beat Raquel and Aaliyah, and
Haven't had a tag team match since apparently.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bruh, dude, they're booking them like dog shit, bruh.
they
I don't know
are.
what the fuck Triple H is doing.
I don't know if you're trying to add like a mean streak to them, bro, but honestly, Bailey had a feud with Bianca while she got injured in 2021. So Bailey should have came back with a mean streak, and then we wouldn't have to deal with any of this bullshit.
Okay,
I
and
don't know what he's trying to do, but whatever it is, it needs to be fucking fixed soon.
and most of the time, very rarely it works. I hate that mean streak shit where you lose a lot and you get pissed and dude, that shit almost always sucks. I hate that like form of like storytelling in
No,
wrestling.
because they like give up on it.
Yeah,
Like it's
everybody
never
always gives
told
up.
correctly.
No,
Like
then
it's like they're mad for like 2 weeks, and then they just like, and then that's like they're fine again. You know
exactly like bro, it doesn't stick with them. It doesn't get deep within. It just they
exactly,
just lose. I hate
exactly.
that shit because no company ever does it right.
Yeah. Like, dude, if you want somebody to turn into a complete prick forever, you gotta play that for a
Mm-hmm.
long time, at
For
least
a
a
minute.
year.
Yeah, where they're
You
just a
know.
heel, but they're just a fucking loser. But don't book them like a loser. You know what I mean? You got a Gargano
Um.
in, where
Yeah,
they
I was.
kind of makes sense
Yeah,
for them to lose.
yeah. I was more so talking about like after. Like, you could
Mm-hmm.
have them lose for like a month, 2 months, but like, it's the after part. Like they care and they got a mean streak for like 2 weeks and then it goes away. Like I need that mean streak to
To
stay with
stick.
them. You know.
Exactly, and they win something for once in their life.
Yeah, and it actually like turns around for them. Like I feel like
Exactly.
you know,
If it ain't
but
turning around for this group, I could bet on it.
the Miz has his birthday bash.
Oh Lord, bro, how old is he? How old did they say he was?
42.
That man, 42 years old, having a damn birthday bash. Boy, you got a daughter. Focus on her. You a grown ass man.
His first gift was a bat that he came out with to protect himself. What
Oh
is
shit.
Dexter Loomis doing to you that is so bad that you need to fucking walk around with a baseball bat?
I
I
hate
think he needs
this,
to
bro.
come clean, man.
Probably
So
does. He got his shit taken.
Miz comes out there, opens one of his gifts, and it's not even wrapped, it's more like covered in a sheet. And it's two giant yoga balls. Because the Miz has massive balls
We're
with
still
his
coming
face on
into
it.
it. Yeah, I
He
hate
goes
it.
to open his second gift and he can't get it off the table. And when he finally pulls it off the table.
It's
Dexter Lumis is sticking his head through a glory hole through the fucking table. Miz gets scared, puts the gift back on Dexter's head, grabs the bat, whacks the shit out of the table, and Dexter's gone. They flip the table over, thinking he's under it, and Dexter's gone. He comes in from behind them, starts to choke out The Miz. The Miz kicks Maurice into the cake, and The Miz runs away and leaves his wife there. Maurice gets all pissed at Dexter, gets out of the ring, and Dexter proceeds to sit there, grab a knife, and cut himself a piece of cake and stand there and eat it. So,
the fuck, bro. This shit. Like Logan said, I gave up.
me too. I mean, it's not like Dexter. Like, dude, I like Dexter Lumis a lot. I really do. I think he's awesome. I think he plays the character great.
Oh
like,
yeah. It's
this is some pointless shit.
Dude, like,
It
there's
really
no
is.
goal. Just
No.
put him in the fucking Wyatt faction.
Yeah,
At this
he
point,
should
please.
be Mercy, bro.
He should be.
Mercy.
Oh my god, did you see what some of those fans are trying to make that group of? You want to know who they want Mercy to be? Oh, bro, you gotta guess
Grayson
this.
Waller.
Yeah. Great. What?
Fuck you.
Yeah, because apparently he made a video like he had like a puppet next to him and he was fucking around like, bro, that's his whole character in NXT. He's a troll. That's like the point of his character. That doesn't mean he's gonna be in the group, you dumbasses.
I'm down for Joe Gacy to play Huskus.
That could be fun.
Because I feel like the other option for Huskus was what's his fucking face? Adam Scherr.
Oh god. No.
No.
Get him out of company, bro.
I seen people saying Bo Dallas should play the Fiend. I want to see Bray as the Fiend. I want to see the Fiend continue to be the alter ego when he only needs him.
Exactly. Why would he be his brother? Like what? Let him be his own thing. The fuck?
Bo can be the rabbit or the buzzard.
If anything, I would say the rabbit because excited Bo can work well with that excited rabbit character.
I agree. As for Mercy, Dexter's perfect. Dexter's perfect. And then Abby the Witch can either go to Bliss or Liv. And I know Bliss gets a lot of hack from her later days with The Fiend, but her earlier days with The Fiend were fucking phenomenal, man. They were. You know?
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she was awful towards the later days with The Fiend, but in the beginning, let's not forget, man, Alexa Bliss was fire. But in the wake of doing something different, I would do Liv, and she's with Bo, so that's
It just makes all the sense, bro. It just ties the family aspect into it.
And I would have Bray be the Fiend. I would have the Fiend be Bray's demon.
Yep. Just bring him out when he needs to. Don't have it be his only character that wrestles.
Exactly.
Just have
Bray Wyatt wrestle, but when we need to, we'll bring out the Fiend.
Mm-hmm. Have him kind of have him hate to bring out the Fiend. You know what I mean? Where he kind of doesn't want to do it. That'd be awesome. That'd be like a cool thing for the Fiend.
I agree.
I do got a question, Logan, bro. Is Let Me In, a theme song, is that still up on Spotify for you, bro? Because I think they completely took it off, for me at least. I don't even see it at all.
There's a new version under Code Orange's thing.
Is it under Code Orange? Because I think they took that down, too. Let me check.
It's not on Apple Music. I checked already, man. Shit ain't
because they put it back on, but then they took it off, which is weird. Code Orange. No, I don't see it. Nope, they took it off for Orange too.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not on Spotify anymore.
Christopher Eubanks has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, man.
Dog.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah,
damn.
So I guess he's not going to use that song, but I think Code Orange is making up another song though. I think it'll be
Yeah.
some remix of like the White Rabbit song and like a metal version with Code Orange or some shit.
Yeah.
That shit'll be heat.
Um. So I don't know why it took this long, but the Miz gets backstage and he sees Pac, X Pac, not
Wow.
All Atlantic Champion Pac. He
Say
sees
what?
he sees X Pac. He sees X Pac, Road Dogg, and Shawn Michaels, and he says, "I need to speak to Triple H right now. This has gone on for far too long, motherfucker. You passed
We're
him in
saying this now.
Gorilla."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
But you're saying it now?
and Shawn says, yeah, I know Dexter. Dexter's a really nice guy. What did you do to piss him off?" And Miz says, "I didn't do anything." And he said, and I don't know why it took fucking DX to come to this conclusion, but Road Dogg says, "Why don't you guys just have a match next week? And
No.
if Dexter wins, he gets signed to WWE, I think he said. And if you lose, or if Dexter loses, then he's gone forever. But if he wins, he gets to stay." Wow! Wow!
Look at that.
Who? How, how fucking long did it take you to come up with that? How long did it take you to come up with that fucking conclusion?
Especially because it makes no sense on TV from a like on-screen management point. Why would you let that go on your show if you're Adam Pierce? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you have done this weeks and weeks ago? Like
Which
what?
actually, I kind of am starting to think that they're actually. That's another interesting thing to mention. I think they're gonna make Triple H the like authority figure, but he's gonna be
I
like
think they
not there
are.
as much, which I like.
I like it. And they're also. I think they're gonna make him like because a couple years ago in NXT's prime, he was very funny because on NXT, anytime you would see him, he'd be the biggest baby face. But anytime
Mm-hmm.
he was on the main roster, he was like the heel. And I think he's going to be that NXT side now as an authority figure. Yeah, I don't think he'll be completely like baby face on TV when he's there, but he's going to be more baby face than he was, which
I
is going to be
agree.
fun, man. And fuck, what was I going to say about Dexter? Fuck. God.
Did it have anything to do with them finally coming up with this match concept?
Oh, it was something like that. It took them forever to come up with the damn match
Oh,
concept.
you said if I was Adam Pierce.
Yeah. How do you just let that shit happen? How do you not uh, create that match from the start? And, oh, that's what I was going to say. This is definitely a dig at Andrade. At AEW for Andrade. With the, if you lose, you're out. Or if he
Oh,
loses, you know what I mean? So that's definitely a dig at that, man. But
yeah,
why is this not science shit a thing? I don't understand the point to it.
yeah.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get why you had to go after the Miz to get a contract. You think you go after someone with a title or someone of notoriety. No offense, Miz, but if I'm trying to get a contract, bro, I ain't attacking the Miz. That's that's who I ain't attacking, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, bro. At this point in the show, Roman left the building and he made sure to let the Usos know, "You better make sure my honorary Us wins tonight." So there was that. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why it took them so long to fucking come up with that concept. Oh, let's do a match to
Oh,
stop this Dexter and Miz bullshit.
no way, a match in a wrestling storyline. Wow, look at Triple H, man.
So Omos beats two local talents.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley comes out for his title defense. He's cutting a promo on how he's being a fighting champion for everybody and how, he's doing it for the fans and stuff. And out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar's music hits.
Look at that.
This genuinely shocked the fuck out of me,
Oh
bro.
yeah, I did not
I
expect
was
that shit.
shocked. And I was getting chills watching this under Triple H because
It
maybe
needs some.
Brock will actually take Bobby Lashley a little more fucking seriously this time around.
Exactly. Not some motherfucking side piece in a storyline.
Yeah.
This is what we wanted out of these two. This type of feud where it matters and it's intimidating and it's fun. It's good. This is what we needed with these two.
Brock walks around the whole ring. Where Bobby Lashley was standing during his promo, he did not move his feet once.
Dope. Oh
He
yeah, bro.
stood in the middle of the ring and fucking stared dead at Brock the whole time.
Love
So
it.
Brock comes out, circles around the whole ring, gets in the ring, and he says what's up to Brooklyn, and he says what's up to Bobby Lashley, and right after that he picks him up for the F5, F5s him 2 times, puts him in the Kimura lock, and he left. And he
Nice,
left.
bro. You'll love
Let's
to see it.
fucking go. That's
I can't wait.
genuinely watching the little things that Bobby Lashley does is why he is genuinely one of my favorites in WWE. The like it's the little things, dude. Like the way he did not move a
Badass.
muscle,
Fuck.
and he stood there the whole time, right in the center of that ring, and he didn't move at all. Was so sick, bro. It was so sick. But Bobby Bobby Lashley Bobby Lashley then goes through the whole commercial break, and we get back, and he's still getting medical attention. And Seth comes out. Seth's ribs are taped up. He's yelling, I'm not 100%, and neither is he. So let's do this thing. So he grabs the mic and he says to Bobby Lashley, "You just said you were a fighting champion. You
Right.
just said you were a fighting champion, Bobby." And he was, and he says, "What kind of champion are you, Seth? What kind of wrestler are you? Bobby." And then he says to Bobby, "What kind of soldier are you?"
Damn.
This really
Got it.
pissed Bobby Lashley off as his eyes got real big, and then he turned around like, "Who the fuck?" So
Who the fuck are you?
he turned around, gets in the ring, and they wrestled a decently long match. It probably went like 5 minutes. Bobby immediately went for the spear. It got turned into a pedigree, kick out. There was a curb stomp, kick out. It eventually got to Lashley trying to hook in the hurt lock, but it was to no avail. And Seth ended up giving him 2 curb stomps, and Seth Rollins, after I think 954 days,
God.
has finally achieved a championship in
Thank,
WWE, and
thank
it is
God.
so beautiful to see. It really is.
Fucking finally. I was gonna fucking go on Friday talking about fucking that goddamn pay per view. Pissed that Seth lost. Thank God it still sucks that he lost, but
They're
thank
right
God,
to.
bro. This they rated they made right to that wrong, and he's U.S. champion, bro. Thank fucking God. Let's get it. Let's go, bro. He
Yeah.
deserves it. Bobby Lashley did great. He's about to go do even greater things, and that's
He
how you treat a U.S. title, bro.
and they did it in such a good way where they gave Seth the shot before he lost,
Mm-hmm.
not after, because that would have been
Exactly.
very Vince McMahon of him, of
Mm-hmm.
Triple H to do. But Bobby Lashley did give him that shot before that fight pit match happened. So no matter what happened, Seth was gonna get that title shot. And man, round of applause to Bobby Lashley, bro. I mean,
He's a beast.
he is a beast. He really is. He Bobby Lashley is a fucking dog, bro. He really added so much to that US title, and he did a fantastic job with it, man. He really did in
Mm-hmm.
resurging that title. He really did, man.
Oh, truly, bro. He did great with it, and I can't wait to see what he does next. After, because I think this Lesnar storyline is going to be long. To be honest, they could be building up to me. Yeah, it might just me just hoping for the best with Triple H, man. But let this shit build. Let this shit build. Let them have an interaction at Survivor Series in the Rumble, and give us the match we should have got at Mania, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt Riddle defeated Sami Zayn, even though Roman Reigns specifically asked them to get his honorary Uso win. So I think he's going to be pretty upset about this. And in the main event, before we talk about what they did as far as Bray Wyatt on the show, I wanted to save that for last. DX just came out, did their whole shtick. The part where Road Dogg gave the mic to the crowd to say "badass Billy Gunn."
That shit was awesome.
Corey Graves says, "Yeah, I think he's doing something with office equipment nowadays."
Love it.
He's
That shit.
scissoring
That
him
was
up.
fun.
It was awesome little innuendo towards the incredibly over Daddy Ass. So
Truly.
we all love Daddy Ass, and yeah, it was that was a really cool. Yeah, I was like, okay, Corey, look at you, fucking being good,
Look at that.
man.
You had it in you the whole time.
Jesus, where the fuck has it been?
I know. For like fucking 6 years.
They did that, and that was it, man. But as we backtrack, we want to get to about, I want to say like an hour and 45 into the show, and WWE makes us relive the Bray Wyatt return. Motherfucker, I've probably fucking relived that goddamn debut like 10 fucking times since Saturday. I've watched that shit over and over and over. I don't want to fucking relive anything. I watched this episode of Monday Night Raw so I could fucking see the man live in the flesh cut a promo about how this fucking company sucks, but now it's good again, so he's back.
Exactly.
Or something along, or at least that cryptically.
Exactly. It's up to mine.
But all we get is reliving what happened at Extreme Rules. What do I pay for Peacock for?
Bro, exactly.
So I can relive shit. Come on, bruh. And they did give us a cool promo. I thought he was gonna fucking come out again. They show a video package and he's... Let me pull up the quote. I have it exactly what he said. He says... During his... It was literally this kind of the same thing he did at Extreme Rules where it shows like the rabbit silhouette, but it's like a person, and then you just see his mask up to the screen, and he says, "I used to think that the prison inside my mind was the place I could truly be free. Revel in what you are." And it kept saying, "Revel in what you are, revel in what you are, revel in what you are," over and over. So that was really sick. But that was it. And then they showed us Bray Wyatt will journey to SmackDown on Friday. Oh, fucks you and SmackDown. Are you kidding me?
You're taking a fucking bus. You fucking assholes. I want to see you on SmackDown. Did you see that QR code, though? What was behind it?
Yes, so that was the other thing. There was a QR code when Miz was walking in the hallway before his birthday bash. Sure. Where he, some guy was walking with a QR code, and it was a puzzle that led to the moth logo.
Mm-hmm. And then it said JNV over it, whatever that means. So that's intriguing.
JNV.
I was thinking like JNV. I don't know why I thought this when I saw it, but it sounds like a radio station. JNV. Like that can't be like an initial for nobody or nothing. That's how I don't know why I thought of that, but it sounds like a radio station to me.
Yeah, and this is what I love about Bray. I was very upset with kind of how they did everything, but besides the point, I'm excited that Bray isn't done with the mystery. He's going to lead us on, and I think he's going to slowly reveal all the members, and I think they're all gonna come together, man, and it's gonna be the fun house has come to life. It is so fucking sick, bro.
I can't wait, bro. Sucks we
Epic.
gotta wait till fucking SmackDown, but heck, we're getting it nonetheless.
We're gonna relive what happened. You have no idea how bad that fucking pissed me off. What do I fucking pay $5 a month for Peacock for? So I can relive this bullshit. Come on, man.
It's the date for SmackDown and like the numbers and like letters.
From what
Okay,
I've seen,
that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, man. So that was the week, man. So much. This was a bit of a longer episode of Unscripted. This also has to come with things happening on SmackDown nowadays, which is weird,
That's
and
really weird.
it's really weird. Yeah, yeah, but great episode of Raw tonight. Great things happened on SmackDown for a fucking change. Great. Let's not forget about the great week of AEW Dynamite too. Awesome, very awesome. And yeah, it's awesome, man. It was an awesome week of professional wrestling. This, as a fan, is what we have been asking for years. And finally getting content that isn't perfect, but shit that we can all enjoy at the end of the day, and we can all say,
Exactly.
if it was on a scale, the good, the good would just weigh a little bit more than the bad, man. So instead of
Exactly.
before when it was
It was
kind
just
of mostly, yep, yeah. I mean, there is some upward direction, and you can see it in
yeah.
the product as a whole, and you love to see it. This is what we wanted.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for joining us. It is 2 a.m, bro. So thank you guys, man. You guys are really the fucking best.
Truly, thank you all.
Yeah, late night unscripted, long unscripted, man. Obviously, this is what we were talking about on the All Out review.
Oh yeah.
Um, of yeah, this is kind of a thing where it's not a bad thing, but I mean, good wrestling is. I mean, I will never complain about that. Wrestling is the main thing I've watched pretty much my whole life. I will never complain about good wrestling, but this is the thing that comes with it, man. This is the thing that comes with it, man. So yeah, but regardless, we love you guys so much for being here, bro. You guys are
Hell
really the
yeah.
best. And staying in chat till 2 a.m. I mean, you
Yep.
guys are for real goated. But yeah, man, that is gonna do it for this edition of Unscripted, bro. This has been episode 112. You guys have yourself a good night, man, and thank you guys for being here with us. We're gonna go in depth on Extreme Rules Friday. We're gonna talk about some news, man. We got some news already. We got a couple news stories already, man. So stay tuned for that, man. And as always, it is always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir King.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Another great edition, the 112th edition of Notorious Unscripted. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys all for being here. We love you very much. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news. And not only that, the Extreme Rules review. We'll see you guys then.
Peace.